We have 3 major championships down and 1 more to go with the U.S. Open right around the corner. And this is actually a very busy time on the WTA Tour. We have the Canadian Open, Cincinnati Open, U.S. Open. Then we go to a nice little Asian swing afterwards there. So this is a very crucial time as far as the race towards the WTA Finals. So in this video, we're going to look at the 8 players that are currently in the WTA Finals and a look at some of the other players in the hunt. I actually want to get this list started here though today with a big name that's actually outside of the top 8, kind of surprising, and it is Iga Swiatek. And you guys know Iga Swiatek. I mean, obviously multiple major championships underneath her belt, but this has been a rough year for Iga. Little surprised to see her out of the top 8, but this is a very big important stretch for her, especially that she has 1,000 points to defend at Cincinnati since she won that event last year. But if Iga tied things together for this stretch coming up, she could make a run towards the final 8 players here. But now, with that being said, we know she's out of it. Let's look at the 8 players that are in this year's WTA Finals as of right now. Mirra Andreeva is actually number 1, and that's a bit of a surprise. Andreeva did win this year's French Open, had the early exit at Wimbledon, but still, outside of that, though, she has been pretty steady for the most part this year. That was a huge French Open victory for her, too, there. So she actually is just in front of Sabalenka. Sabalenka is the number 2 spot. No surprise there, being that she is your world number 1, and she did have a very good stretch this year, winning at Indian Wells and winning at Miami. And I know she doesn't have a major championship this year, but still, overall body of work pretty steady from your world number 1, who's number 2 towards the WTA Finals. Number 3 is Elena Rybakina, who won this year's Australian Open. Obviously, Rybakina had a very good start to this year, winning that Australian Open, went to the finals at Indian Wells, went to the deep run there in Miami as well. She's been kind of right in the mix of things as well there, Rybakina. So Rybakina in at that number 3 spot. Karolina Muchova in at number 4, and it's been one hell of a year for her too. Earlier in the year, she won her first WTA 1000 event in that Middle East swing that we had there. Then she also just finished runner-up at Wimbledon. So with those 2 big events there, she's up to the 4 spot. Elina Svitolina in at number 5. That's why consistency is important in these years. And she doesn't even have that big shining signature moment of winning a major or winning a big tournament. But hey, she's been right in the mix. She's been right in the final 4, final 8 players. And that is why she's in at number 5. Jessica Pegula hanging on at 6. Pegula, again, she's been pretty steady for the most part, especially in the first half of the year. She was always very steady right in those final 4 to 8 players. Things kind of cooled off just a tidbit here, I think, for her, but she's still somebody that is number 6, and I think still has room to grow within these rankings. Your Wimbledon champion, Linda Noskova, in at number 7. Even if Noskova were to have a very bad rest of the year here, she's probably going to be protected with that 7 spot. But I think she's here to stay in these rankings here. She's playing very well. She's having one hell of a year, just coming off of that Wimbledon tournament where she won the whole entire thing. So Noskova in at number 7. And Coco Gauff is the last player in right now at number 8. Gauff had the good showing at Wimbledon. We saw her with a good showing at Miami. She's somebody that, hey, she knows how to get it done in the big moments. We have a lot of big moments coming up here. Let's see if Gauff can continue to roll in these bigger moments. But guys, like I said, this is why this is important. A lot of big events coming up here because there are players that could still sneak in. Marta Kostyuk is one of those players, just made the semis at the French, made the semis at Wimbledon as well. She's just behind Gauff, only a few points behind there. And we have a few other players too. I mentioned Iga Swiatek before. We also have Eva Jovic. We have Belinda Bencic. We have Sorona Cirstea. I mean, there are a lot of players right in the mix of things here, guys. And a lot of those players that are just outside of the top 8 there, if they're able to capture some lightning in a bottle, win a tournament, just go very far consistently in all these tournaments we have coming up, they could sneak their way into the final 8. So big rest of the year still to be had here. So it's going to be a fun rest of 2026. Make sure you guys keep coming right here for continued coverage of the 2026 tennis season.